Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm making this video today because I'm actually looking for your answers, so if you could leave them in the comments below, that would be great. So what we're going to talk about today is some paranormal experiences, in particular, my paranormal experiences. I don't know if you guys have had any, but I will tell you that they're so different from what you see on TV when it really happens to you. I would also say that 99% of the time that something does happen that you would say paranormal, there's probably a reasonable explanation. I'm talking about that other time, that 1% of the time where you really just have no explanation. I'll go into the one that happened most recently. You know, people see in their pictures or in their videos all the time, they have little orbs. And again, 9 out of 10 times you can explain that by saying it was a reflection of light. When you have a light on, there's a reflection and it can reflect what looks to be an orb and people get all excited about it. And again, like most of the time, that's not the case. I was in my old apartment and this is maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, and I was having a heated debate with somebody that was over, and all of a sudden out of the kitchen comes an orb. Like, it was real. It wasn't like you didn't see it in a camera. I saw it with my eyes, and it was maybe like that big, and it was, I don't want to say it was like glowy, but it definitely was brighter than its surroundings. Was it see-through? No, not really. And the weirdest part about it is the person that I was arguing with at that moment saw it too. So we're in the middle of a heated debate and I just look and I see it like come out of the kitchen into like the living room where we're sitting. And I look at it and I'm like, what? And then I look at him to see if he sees it, and he does. And I look back, and in a normal situation, it would be gone, but no, it was still there, and it was just floating. It was just floating, and it like went past us, and it was like mind-blowing. And then it went behind us, and it went over by the stairs, and then it literally disappeared. It didn't go up the staircase, it didn't go out like a door, it didn't like come back and go anywhere. It disappeared. And it was, needless to say, whatever we were arguing about it and were debating about at that time, that was done. So that was just one of those times that it's like, you can't explain that. There's no explanation behind that. And that was bizarre. And that wasn't the only time that happened. I was probably like 16 or 17 the other time that it happened. And that time, shit, I was in high school. So I mean, we're going back to like the late 90s, early 2000s probably for this story. But I was living in Chicago, and there's a place called White Cemetery, and there's a whole legend behind it, like Rainbow Road, which is like right off of there, behind there. There was like an insane asylum or whatever, and it burned down, and it's really haunted, but the cemetery is also haunted. So I've been to places like Bachelor's Grove. I lived on the street from John Wayne Gacy growing up, which that house was obviously like tore apart and they rebuilt one. But anyways, we're not talking about that. Me and my friends, we went to White Cemetery, and you might know it as Cuba Road if you're from Chicago. And it was late, so it was closed, but we hopped the fence, and it was me and my one other friend, because the other ones didn't want to do it. They were scared that they were going to get caught and they didn't want to go to jail, but we were ballsy, so we actually hopped the fence and we wandered around the cemetery. It's super small. It's a really small cemetery. It's not anything big. You can see it right off the street, so I mean, we wanted to keep it fast, but as soon as we jumped over the fence, it was an orb, and it wasn't in a picture, it wasn't in a video, it was like right above us, and it was like kind of following us. And this one was really small. This one was like a teeny one, and it was moving really fast, and then it just whoop, it shot up and it went away. And we were like, oh my god, that's so cool. Nobody believed us, and I'm sure like 90% of you that are watching this video probably don't believe anything that I'm saying and think that I'm crazy, but I can assure you that I'm not. And all I'm really looking for is, has anybody else ever had that experience where you're just chilling and you're sitting there and maybe you're looking for it, and all of a sudden it actually happens, and you're dumbfounded because you never thought anything like that would ever occur, but it did. So, yeah, this is a mindfuckery. I'm gonna keep this video short. I don't even know if anybody's gonna watch it, but if you do and you've had a similar experience, please leave a comment. I'd love to know.